So a bunch of goobers went to a regional. Welcome, goobers. We got Hall, Cory, and Tim, members of the Backstreet Boys, and we did pretty well at Hartford. You guys can say hi.
Hi. Let's go.
Howdy.
Oh, so we're gonna do a little team breakdown. We got our guys here. So here's a Iron Bundle, right? He's kind of the engine that makes the team work. He's speed control. He's pump. He's freeze dry. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I think I brought Bundle like every game except for like 2.
Yeah, I brought Bundle basically all the time. He kind of held the whole team together.
Dude, you guys must have been playing a completely different team. I brought Bundle like half the time.
Huh.
He worked, but like I didn't need him constantly.
Oh, I mean, I relied on him.
I relied
so
on him
much.
too.
I mean, the offensive.
I had to kill everybody.
I mean, he's got everything. He's got offensive pressure. He's got the speed control with Icy Wind, which is probably the move I pressed the most with him.
Yeah, Icy Wind and
when
pump.
You kill him, his head pops off. And that's pretty funny.
That's true.
What Pat is really here for.
That's true.
And like the
Look at this
defensive
funny
bulk is
team
kind of
he's got.
crazy.
Yeah, he lives a lot of things he shouldn't.
Yeah.
And him next to Fish, just talking about Fish. So our very bulky, nasty plot Fish. He one-hit KOs, max HP Palafin at +2 with Dark Pulse. So that's his spread.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And his speed is to outrun Fluttermane when it is at -1.
It's -1. So you can Icy Wind plus Heat Wave and kill Flutter.
Yeah. This guy rocks.
Yeah, I brought the Fish a lot too. I mean, the team really was the Bundle, Fish, Flutter, Core, and then we had these other guys to kind of fill in the blanks based on whatever team we were facing.
Yeah, but apparently Pat was just playing a completely different game. So
No.
Yeah, he was doing his own
Yeah,
thing.
I brought Corviknight and Ogajikabungus every game.
Like, that
Like,
was the
without
fun
fail.
thing about watching you guys. You all played the same team, but differently. Pat's Wincon was a Jugalungus, and he had Core for speed control, whereas you two played more around using Icy Wind from Bundle for speed control, and I felt like Fish or Flutter was usually one of your Wincons.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, he's very good. Sometimes I wish he was a little bit stronger without the nasty plot boost. But honestly, I think the spread did its job, and yeah, this guy's a king. And I'm gonna jump to Fluttermane because it specs Fluttermane, and that's it.
Ooh,
Yeah, there's
Paint
not much.
point.
There's not
That's
much to
it.
talk about there.
Yeah, Paint Chips is.
I think
he
we
is who
should
we
talk
thought he
about why
was.
you named it Paint Chips.
Great question, Pat. Why do we name it Paint Chips?
Because everybody who uses this specific spread, paint chips, or has eaten paint chips as a child and should be clinically diagnosed.
And there it is.
There it is.
Also, it works.
That's
It
true.
does.
As a note.
Yeah. Let's talk about Corviknight, because I think the first couple games I had, like every time I brought Corviknight, I felt like I was at an active disadvantage. But then in those good matchups, like he just wins by himself.
Yeah. I had a couple sets where Corviknight on preview won. Like, Dragonite can't touch him. There were a couple other guys that just couldn't do anything. And he was so good. He's not overly bulky. I never pressed Roost, by the way. Probably pressed it like one time. And I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, the only time I pressed Roost, I lost the game, but I don't know. Corviknight didn't do a whole lot for me. It was nice to hit Iron Head and watch Fluttermane explode.
Yeah,
once or twice. And the Brave Birds did do a lot of damage, but
they do more than they should.
KO's Monkey, which is crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, spread wise, like the speed is to outrun Bundle and Flutter in Tailwind. So, but he's still like really slow. Like Dragonite at +1, even in Tailwind, like we're slower.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I mean, Corviknight is base 67 speed. You can't really ask for much else. So.
Yeah, it's true. His typing is just good, and his ability is very good. Like things that are supposed to check it, like Arcanine, you send him in, intimidates himself, and suddenly he can't do 50% to you with a super effective Flare Blitz, and it's very funny.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. And he just sits on the defensive Gyarados too, the Thunder Wave bullshit one.
Yeah.
You got to take like 3 turns to do anything to Corviknight.
Yeah.
True.
And you can put him next to like a bundle and just press freeze dry, delete it.
Yeah.
Corviknight, very good. But let's talk about the real star of the show.
Oh, here he is.
There he is.
So Mr. Ungapadungus, right? I brought him to probably 3/4 of my games, and every time I did, he was the best mon on my team. Bullet Seed is just insanely strong, and I definitely got a lot of 5 hits, which was very nice to have.
It's funny that whenever I wandered over to one of your setups, there was at least a 50-50 chance I was going to watch Bundle Bullet Seed flutter to death, and it killed every time. It was incredible to watch.
Oh.
Yeah, with this attack spread, it does get the kill on pretty much every flutter. Like, if it's super, super bulky, it could live 4, but 5 usually does it. And then if not, you could just sucker it and it's done.
Yeah. And then Terra Poison is amazing. You can live Moonblast and all the other things that would hurt you.
Yeah.
And you can just, what I did, like half my games, I think 3 sets, I went up against Scarf Tusk. You just protect in front of it and see what it locks itself into.
Right.
And then you Terra accordingly. If he ground moves you expecting you to be poisoned, who cares? He's not going to do anything to you.
Right.
Exactly.
If he does the fighting move, you become poisoned, and boom. Oh, yeah, and Tusk can't touch Corviknight either. So, like, those two, I brought them a lot against that specifically. Oh, we ate well when Tusk was on the screen.
Yeah, I fought 0 Tusks, and it felt bad.
Yeah, I only fought like 1.
Oh, I mean, that's why I was 6-3. Half of my games were just eating Tusk alive.
Yeah.
And the other half were eating Dragonite alive with Corviknight.
Yeah, and then of course, I go up against Dominic Johnson, who gets 6th place at the whole freaking regional. Round 1, off to a great start. But
you did have a lot of fun, guys. Though.
I did. So I had some tough matchups in my 4 and 5 run, but we could talk about them a little bit later. So Arcanine is here, and we added him the night before, and thank God we did.
He didn't do much, but he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah. He was Dragonite up until we ate bagels. And then, before then, he was Gyarados, which I still think Gyarados would have been pretty okay.
Yeah, I still think that Gyarados would be okay on this team. But, like, with Thunder Wave and everything, I didn't want to, paralyze something that I needed put to sleep, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So I like having one status on my team, personally, because my brain is too small to comprehend two.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. But, yeah, I clicked CC a lot, and it never did enough damage, and it kind of hurt me. I did, like, 50% to Terra Dark Gambit with CC, and I died a little bit inside.
Yeah, that's tough.
Hey, it would have killed regular Gambit, so that's a win, right?
That's true. That is true. You guys have any memorable matchups you want to talk about?
I mean, my round 1 opponent didn't show up, so that's pretty memorable. I'll talk about that for a while. Not now, because no one wants to hear about it, but I'll keep bringing it up for the next month.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Incredible. I think you should tell people what the TO said when you said that they didn't show up, because I thought that was funny.
Oh god, I said so many things. Which one?
After she gave you the win for the forfeit, she said, well, don't worry, your next opponent will be here, and you said, I'd like to see them show up. They were in fact here, but I thought it was very bold of you to say.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so.
Oh, that's great.
I was laughing.
I pretty much told her I was just gonna fake my way to the finals, and then hope that the second place person doesn't show up.
Pat also asked me to break the thumbs of anyone who looked like they were walking towards the table, because if they didn't have thumbs, they wouldn't be able to play the game, and he would still get the win. So
but
I
they
was
could be an
prepared for
Annihilate
jail.
player. They don't need thumbs because they're monkeys.
Thumbs.
It's fine.
But yeah, Tim was there to chop block my opponents on the way to the table. You know, trip them up, hit the floor, and they're out of commission.
Yeah.
I
That was
got
the
big
whole
shout out
purpose
to
of
Tim.
chopping a Bayonne.
Yeah, big shout outs to Tim giving us great recommendations for pizza.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
And also intimidating all of our opponents as he looms over, staring them down with the death stare, letting them know
There were
that
quite a
life
few
is
people.
pain and then you die. As they
There were
bring in
people
King
who were
Gambit, the
like that.
ultimate fuck you to our team.
Yeah, I don't know if I fought any. I fought like one Gambit in my run.
Fought
crazy.
3.
Yeah, I fought 4.
Yes, it was difficult.
A lot of
Our team
Iron
did
Hands, a
not
lot of
deal
Gambit.
well. Yeah,
And,
with the bulky staples of the tier that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
literally are just supposed to burn and leave alone, we could not do it.
Because
Yeah.
turns out we couldn't burn them because
We
I
don't
couldn't hit
have
Heat
burn.
Wave and I couldn't hit a Hydro Pump. So
Yeah.
that was my own fault.
Yeah, I had a game where I missed 2 heat waves in a row. I got flinched by Rock Slide twice in a row. I missed a Hydro Pump. I still won the game.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
It was I gamed out of my mind in that game. That was, I think, my 5th win. So it was at that point I had 2 losses, so it kept me alive at that point. But I was like, not like this.
First game I played, I got an accuracy drop on my bundle from a Muddy Water from a Tatsugiri, and all I needed to do was hit Icy Wind, which is 95% accurate, and I missed 2 in a row, and then I looked up at the guy across from me, and you could see a little bit of hope in his eyes as my bundle kept missing all the moves. I was like, fuck it. Pressing Hydro Pump. I hit it. I killed him.
I was there.
That's
for
a
that. It
Chad
was
play.
incredible.
It
Yeah.
was so good. I was going to lose the whole set because Bundle just couldn't hit his moves. And then Bundle was just like, you know what? Screw it.
Fuck
We're
it,
not
let's
missing
win.
pumps.
Yeah.
I mean, he missed when I lost a couple games, but, you know, there's always things that could be done when there's losses. You know, like not run into Goggle's hands when your only way of dealing with him is to put him to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Lum Gambit, or Flying Gambit, which will eviscerate Bungus
Yeah.
before he even enters the field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bungus cannot handle flying hands or
Mhm.
flying Gambit.
Oh my god. When I played my round 1, going up against freaking Goggles, Hands, and Weakness Policy Ting Lu, with this team, it was like I kind of just gave the steering wheel to Uncle Badungus and said, okay, baby, achieve the neutral. Please put everybody to bed that you can and not die. And he did a great job because I brought him in every game. I tarred him every time.
You know, actually, he does pretty well into that team. If I'm thinking about like who was on it besides the Goggles Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, like I brought Arcanine to kind of patch it up with Intimidates and everything.
Mm.
And then I kind of just relied on Flutter and Bundle to kind of maintain any sort of offensive pressure because it was not going well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Hands was a big problem.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all these messages. Wow.
Oh man. I probably should have muted Discord before we started, but oh well, it's too late.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I would change much about this team. If anything, I think maybe we switch Ironhead on Corviknight for like body press just to deal with Gambit better.
Oh
Oh.
no.
I don't know
But
about
even
that.
then, like body press is bad without Iron Defense, and I don't really know how else to beat Gambit.
And
All the kills I got
Ironhead
with
was
Corviknight,
killing.
Or with Ironhead.
all Ironhead.
Yeah.
I killed every Flutter main on the opposing screen with either Bullet Seed or Ironhead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No other move.
I think there's too much value in Ironhead to drop it.
yeah, I
Yes.
agree.
We
If
definitely
anything,
did
anything
lead
drop
round.
Roost. and just
Yeah,
go
Ruse
all
we
out
could
attack.
probably drop.
Yeah.
But I don't know
I don't
how much
think it
body
would've-
press will really help.
Yeah,
I
like we'd
think
have
it
to
would've
run
been
calcs,
game
but like
changer.
Gambit just lives everything he shouldn't, and it's very
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah, there's no real way to deal with that.
I mean, there
To
probably
close
is, we
combat
just
on
don't know what it is
Unga
yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could have been fun.
That would have been funny, but
But what would
actually,
you
I only
put
clicked
on
Sucker
play?
Punch twice.
I click Sucker a lot.
I did too.
Yeah. Like
Never
it can
killed
kill
me.
Flutter. It can kill Flutter. Decently
Here-
low.
Is an idea. Now that you've all played with the same team, you kind of have more of an idea of how you want to play. So maybe if you were to take the team to another regionals, you might modify the sets a bit to be more to how you play. So if Matt's not going to click Sucker, maybe CC on Ungi has more value, but not for the other two.
I mean, I'm never bringing this team to another regional because it'll be outdated by.
This
It
is a
is.
one and done thing, and I never want to
Yeah.
see Unga Batungus ever again. I'm sick of his goofy ass. I love him to death, but oh my god, I'm never using him again.
Yeah, no, the boys had their run. They can retire peacefully in the PC box.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
let's
did
be
that.
honest. If we had replaced the ones that I said the team should be around with better guys, would we have done better? Maybe.
maybe.
What?
But also, it's what made it special. And
Yeah.
they definitely did what they were supposed to do, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, imagine if fucking Root Bonnet was Gambit.
Regular Amogus.
No, regular
Tried this
Mungus didn't
team.
really help us.
No.
No.
I mean,
Really?
Amogus does really well into Iron Hands. Can't really do anything to it.
Well, not the goggles one. Then we're just a
Not the
sitting
goggles
duck.
one. I
So-
guess.
And that was a problem. The AV hands, that was easy. I
it's
one-shot
fair.
AV Iron Hands with +2 Heat Wave, single target. It was great.
Is that the one heat wave you hit all
Yeah, that was the one Heat Wave I hit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very proud of what we did. We did very
Yeah.
well, unexpectedly.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Sapple Boys turns out
131,
good at mods.
138.
hmm
I don't remember what Matt was, but hey, we killed it.
Yeah, I was like 300 some.
Yeah, record wise.
Yeah.
We all went
But hey,
positive. That's more
yeah.
than we could have asked for.
That's true. You guys might have had the better record, but I beat the former world champ. So
How old was he when he did it?
who cares? World champ's a world champ.
What was that
More
number?
accolades than your round one.
We wouldn't know. He wasn't there. He could have been the best player in the room, but he wasn't in the room.
That's true. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add on our experience? Besides the pretty mediocre polls we got in our booster box, and the fact that Hall is the king of space.
I am the king of space.
That's true. No, I mean, it was a good time. I would definitely go to more regionals. I'm not the biggest fan of VGC, but it was still just a fun time, cool atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 10 out of
And
10.
now we
Who
know
would've-
we can actually do well.
Yeah, who would have thought that going to a giant room full of nerds would be fun? But
Yeah.
here we are.
It didn't
doing
smell
it.
nearly as bad as I thought it would.
That's true. They were very well
Well, good on
showered.
them.
Yeah.
It was a really big room, though.
It was
Maybe
huge.
it like all got stuck at the
Yeah.
top of the room.
Yeah, there are a couple smelly people, but we look past that.
We always ended up in the same area too.
Yeah, we had similar records most of the time. So
Not when you
it
were
wasn't
playing.
a long commute for Tim.
No, that is not true. As the one who walked it, it was a very long commute a few times.
I think it
Tim
was
got
set.
his daily steps in.
Yeah.
For like the next week. I legitimately
Yeah,
had trouble with the stairs at work on Monday. I was like, oh,
That's a
I
skill
really
issue.
did a lot of exercise.
Oh, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
like-
that's it, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I kind of
Yeah.
Shout out to
have
Deli.
itch to start building again, which is like bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I think we need to build a new team.
I
sure.
do too. I'm ready for some new technology. with some new
heat.
goofy dudes. Or
As
maybe
long
just
as
some
it doesn't
actually
rhyme
good
with
dudes.
Orangaroo and weakness policy Ting Lu, I'm cool with it.
Okay, I don't know any words that rhyme with that, so.
Cool, me neither.